Israel-Palestine conflict. Hamas and Israel are at war. America and Ukraine back Israel, and Iran and Saudi back Palestine. Before we start this amazing video, I would like to remind you to subscribe to Discovery for more amazing videos. Just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new videos. Now, let's start the video. Before we start this amazing video, I would like to remind you to subscribe to Discovery for more amazing videos. Just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new videos. Now, let's start the video. Hamas and Israel are at war, with the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, focused on taking control of the Gaza Strip. The conflict began with a surprise attack by Gaza militants on Israel on Saturday, leaving hundreds of Israelis dead. Israel has retaliated with airstrikes, killing hundreds of Palestinians. Netanyahu has vowed to take mighty vengeance on Hamas, while Hamas has said that its fighters are still present inside Israel. The conflict is likely to continue for some time, and it is unclear when or if it will end. The international community has condemned the violence and called for a ceasefire, but there is no sign that either side is ready to back down. The conflict is a complex one, with no easy solutions. Hamas, the Islamist group that controls the Gaza Strip, has launched a barrage of rockets into Israel, the largest such attack since the 2014 war between the two sides. The Israeli military has responded with airstrikes on Gaza, killing dozens of people. The violence began on Monday, May 10, 2021, when Hamas fired a rocket at Jerusalem in response to Israeli police raids on the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, one of the holiest sites in Islam. The rocket landed in an open area, and there were no injuries reported. Israel responded with airstrikes on Gaza, killing at least 10 people, including at least one child. Hamas then fired more rockets at Israel, and the violence has escalated since then. As of May 12, 2021, at least 150 people have been killed in the violence, including at least 37 children. The vast majority of the casualties have been in Gaza. The violence has also caused widespread damage to infrastructure in Gaza, including hospitals, schools, and power lines. The international community has condemned the violence and called for a ceasefire. However, it is unclear when or if the fighting will end. What is Hamas? Hamas is an Islamist militant group that has been designated as a terrorist organization by the United States, Israel, and the European Union. Hamas was founded in 1987 during the First Intifada, the Palestinian uprising against Israeli rule. Hamas's charter calls for the destruction of Israel and the establishment of an Islamic State in Palestine. Hamas has also been accused of using human shields and targeting civilians in its attacks against Israel. Why is Hamas attacking Israel now? There are a number of reasons why Hamas may have launched its rocket attack against Israel. One possibility is that Hamas was trying to provoke a reaction from Israel in order to escalate the conflict. Hamas may have been hoping to gain support from the Palestinian public by taking on Israel. Another possibility is that Hamas was responding to the Israeli police raids on the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. The Al-Aqsa Mosque compound is one of the holiest sites in Islam, and the Israeli police raids were seen by many Palestinians as a provocation. What is Israel's response? Israel has responded to Hamas's rocket attack with airstrikes on Gaza. The Israeli military has also deployed troops to the Gaza border. Israel says that its airstrikes are targeting Hamas militants and military infrastructure. However, the airstrikes have also killed civilians. What is the international community doing? The international community has condemned the violence and called for a ceasefire. The United Nations Security Council has held several emergency meetings on the conflict, but has been unable to agree on a resolution. The United States has called for a ceasefire, but has also expressed support for Israel's right to defend itself. What will happen next? It is unclear when or if the violence between Hamas and Israel will end. Both sides have said that they are determined to continue fighting. The international community is trying to mediate a ceasefire, but it is not clear if their efforts will be successful. The violence between Hamas and Israel is a complex and long-standing conflict. There is no easy solution, and it is likely to continue for some time to come. The conflict between Israel and Palestine is one of the longest and most complex in the world. It has its roots in the late 19th century, when the Zionist movement began to advocate for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. The conflict escalated in the 20th century, with the First World War, the Holocaust, and the creation of the State of Israel in 1948. The conflict has been marked by violence on both sides, including wars, suicide bombings, and assassinations. It has also resulted in the displacement of millions of Palestinians, who have been forced to live in refugee camps in the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and neighboring countries. In recent years, there have been a number of attempts to resolve the conflict, but none have been successful. The most recent round of peace talks broke down in 2014. The conflict between Israel and Palestine is a complex one, with no easy solutions. However, it is important to understand the history and the different perspectives on the conflict in order to find a way to move forward. Here are some of the key issues in the conflict. The status of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a holy city for both Jews and Muslims. Both sides claim it as their capital. The right of return. Palestinians who were displaced in 1948 and their descendants demand the right to return to their homes in Israel. Israel has rejected this demand. The borders of a future Palestinian state. The two sides disagree on the borders of a future Palestinian state. Security. Israel is concerned about its security, given its history of conflict with Arab countries. Palestinians are concerned about their security, given the Israeli occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. The conflict between Israel and Palestine has had a devastating impact on the lives of millions of people. It is important to find a way to resolve the conflict peacefully, so that both Israelis and Palestinians can live in security and dignity. If you enjoyed the video, please let us know by leaving a comment below. Share it with your friends and subscribe to Discovery Ship for more interesting videos.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please help me out by liking, sharing, and subscribing.